Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So Texas A&M's offense will get the ball first. And here comes the junior running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Owens. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Reed. The sure hands, it's Horton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Crosses the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throw early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something. In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. The run inside. It's Owens. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Alabama's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we get a look at Ryan Williams. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
You've got two receivers playing in this game, two of the best in the entire country, two guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is the Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Aggies. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Keelan Russell fires to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
It's never fun as a quarterback to throw a pick six on the opening drive of the game, but a really nice job of rebounding there. On the very opening play of the next drive, you get a completion. Just trying to get your feet back under you, get you into a rhythm, get the confidence back.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown Tide. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're they're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. The offense changing the play. Throwing Russell. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Russell from the gun on third down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Play fake, Reed. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
With the catch, it's Horton. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain, no first down.
On the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Fakes to grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Owens. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to run for it. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll move the wide receiver. Russell makes the grab out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Again, it's Russell. He's got his man across the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On the option. Tried to run it on 4th and 2, and he won't make it. He'll be stopped a yard short.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Throwing Reed. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. He's going to take off and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Field goal is good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Keelan Russell. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give on the counter. They knock him down right there.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end.
Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running back searching for a hole. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
This time he's got his man. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Russell. Moves away as he feels pressure. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Again, it's Russell. This time it's complete. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Jumped on top of the pile.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
He's got him. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Russell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. To the air, it's Russell. Stepping to the right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Again, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. Keelan Russell. Makes a grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Timeout taken here by the offense. 5 seconds showing on the clock. He'll have an opportunity to put up points, either throwing to the end zone or maybe trying to field goal here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Again, it's Russell. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You always want to take some momentum into halftime. That's exactly what they did. How about the touchdown late in the first half? Now a chance to take the lead with the extra point. All the momentum, all the juice, all the feel-good going right to this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious.
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll leave it with him. Got a little grass. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quick handoff. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast. Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down. Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Takes a handoff. It's Owens. Nice move there. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense does the work itself with the pick 6. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Reed might be looking to run. There he goes. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Reed on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off play action on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Complete in the middle. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
And he added the extra point. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes that Alabama offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing Russell. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Now on the move. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because Defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. They want to run it left here. There's a crease. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Throws it back. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
And now on second down for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. Stumbled to the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Goes to the option. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Gets the back moving. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Texas A&M going quickly.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. In the gun, third down, Reed. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect it.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing. Man, keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show your team, man, that we're always going to fight no matter what the scoreboard is. That's what we are. That's who we are. We're competitive, and we're going to keep getting better, and that's the goal of this squad.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. In the red area, it's Owens. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Reed. Into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The run inside. It's Hill. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Guys,